Hi, this is Doug from Vermont Hoyas. I'm going to show you how to set up a grow tent. I have around 3 of these, and they can make all the difference in the world in growing these warm, humid, tropical loving Hoya plants. These things are readily available all over the internet, and I just thought I would show you how one of these things go together, and then I'll show you after how when it's all set up, what the plants look like. So we're going to start by taking this the cover, and I've sort of sprawled it out on the floor. There are some corner pieces here that are like triangles, and these poles are pushed inside of these things. There are little ball detents right here that you push in, and they lock these poles into place. I'm going to start by putting this in the base of the tent. Just like so. And then we're going to take the upright pole. So these things are all lettered, by the way, so it'd be pretty hard to make too much of a mistake. These poles here are like pole number B. So we take the poles like so, push this little detent in, turn it till it locks, and you have one upright end. And the great thing about these grow tents is they can keep the humidity and the warmth in, so if your house is a little bit too dry in the winter like mine, they can really make all the difference. I have bloomed some miracle Hoyas using these things. Okay, now the next part I really recommend using a helper on, but I'm going to attempt to do it myself since my helper is operating the video camera. So let's see what we can do. Possibly she can hold the other end up. Okay, that's going to make all the difference in the world. We'll just get this lined up. I won't push it all the way on yet. There's always one of these things that has to stick. You can always use a little block of wood if they present too much of a problem. Best thing to do is to try to work them on a little bit at a time. I'm going to push in on this. There goes one ball into the little hole. There goes 2 balls into the little hole. There's ball number 3, and then this last really tough one. There we go. Okay, so there's your basic frame. Now, there's some cross pieces that go on here. it gives it a little extra rigidity. You put one on about like so. Now these cross pieces serve two purposes. They give it a little more rigidity, and they also give you something to hang your lights from. And fans or whatever other little things you want to add to this grow tent. They tend to pop off, but it's really nothing to be too concerned about. And I guess we won't be. So you sort of line that up. Then you've got to pull your grow tent up and over. Look for the top. Pull it up like so. And you stretch it over the top. Just like so. You have a good tight fit. Beautiful. Then you bring your sides up. These things have industrial zippers. So I'll push this back. My assistant. Now you can see this looks like. Now that provides a fair amount of space. Now what I've discovered with these things is this is called Mother's Little Helper, Mother's Little Keeper. I get this from HTS Supply in Pennsylvania. Now they have like multiple locations across the country. I've had really good luck with this company. Most people are not growing Hoyas in these, let me tell you. They are selling thousands of these things across the country, and euphemistically they're growing tomatoes in them, but we know that what they are really growing in them is marijuana. But the same technology can work absolute wonders with Hoyas. Now when I come back, I'm going to show you what this thing looks like when I have lights installed. And I've also discovered that 4-tube fixture provides just a little bit too much heat in these things. So I've gone to just 2 tubes in here, 2 T5 HO tubes, and it provides just enough light for quite a few Hoyas to do extremely well in here, as I will show you. And it makes the heat bearable. With 4 tubes, these things get too hot. Then when you hook up fans, I've tried everything to hook up fans and ductwork. You suck all the heat out, but the problem is you're not only sucking the heat out, you're sucking the humidity out, and that's absolutely no good for Hoyas. You've got to maintain very high humidity. So the best compromise is to use 2 tubes, 2 T5 tubes in one of these tents for best results. Okay? Hi, welcome back to my Grow Tent 101. This is a grow tent I just put together downstairs, and I set it up here with 2 tubes. I want to show you what is possible when using only 2 tubes in one of these small grow tents. These are Sunblaster T5 tubes, which I've piggybacked 2 of them together, so there's only one actual plug that goes outside. I have a number of baby plants here that I think will be quite happy in here, and the heat with only 2 tubes, it raises the temperature about 15 degrees higher than your outside ambient temperature in the room. With 4 tubes, which I'd always used before, it just gets too hot. You'd be talking about raising the temperature in one of these things almost 30 degrees. And like I said, when you hook up ductwork, which I'll show you in a minute, it will pull the humidity out, which causes a problem unless the room that you're in is extremely humid. Okay, let's go take a look at the grow tent with 2 tubes inside of my grow room. Okay, here's my 2 tube setup in the same size grow tent within my grow room. I run a night cycle on this so that this is on while I'm sleeping at night while the rest of the lights in my plant room are off. But as you can see, there is one 2-tube fixture. This is a different type. This is a combined 2 tubes. I'll see if I can show that to you. Probably won't be that visible, but there are only 2 tubes in here. But you can see the number of plants that you can have in here, and they're all quite happy. And you can see they will actually bloom. Here is Hoya Praetori, which just absolutely loves it in here. It doesn't require a lot of light. It's on the tail end of one of these fixtures. Look at how beautiful that is. And over here you can see there are even more blooms with a ton of buds. Just absolutely incredible. Hoya lasiantha, Hoya picta, number of little small starter plants, Hoya campanulata in the back, just getting a little bit of fringe light, but you can see even not being actually under the light, it's producing buds, as you can see right there. So that is what is possible with 2 tubes in a grow tent. And as you can see on the back side of this, you can hook up ductwork if you choose. I have a little fan in there that runs while the light is on, but in this room, this is my plant room. The humidity in here is always around 70%, so by pulling the inside of the grow tent, the humidity out, it really doesn't cause any problems in this room. But if it was out in the regular house, it would be as dry as dust, and it would be no good. So you cannot run these things in a regular house in a northern climate with a fan and ductwork, but it does work in the grow room. Thank you for watching this Primer 101, how to set up and operate a... Hi, this is an addendum to my grow tent video. I neglected to say in the first 3 installments that in all of these grow tents I keep a large tray. This is a jumbo boot tray that I buy from Gardener Supply Company. I cover it with an egg crate, which is a light diffuser. You can buy it at any Home Depot or Lowe's. And I fill that tray with water. And the water is what maintains the humidity in these grow tents. Right now, you can see when I first opened it up, it was 75% humidity, but it rapidly drops. So now it's down to 60%. But without that large tray full of water in here, it would be much too dry. On top of that egg crate, I cover it with a piece of nylon screen, and this is to stop little bits of leaves and debris and flowers that might fall into the tray full of water, because it contaminates it in a hurry and it can turn nasty. So the screening helps protect the tray full of water and helps keep it clean far longer. So thank you for watching this little addendum.